Hello students, I am Astha and I have been teaching physics since few years with renowned coaching institutes and I am here with you to discuss about portion of physics for 10th board. And I'm having a brief synopsis of previous year's paper where I have marked down which section will have how many questions of physics and all those things. You can take a screenshot of it. So, of 80 marks which are allotted to science, almost 26 to 30 marks are dedicated to physics. That makes almost about 33% of complete syllabus which is dedicated to physics. And in the section A, there are 4 questions of 4 marks which are dedicated to physics. Respectively, in section B, you can find 12 marks dedicated to physics, and similarly in section C, there are 10 marks for physics, which make total of 26. That was there in the previous year paper. And the topic that will be beginning now is electricity. And from electricity, almost 7 marks questions were asked in the pattern of 3, 3, 1. 2 short answer type questions and 1 MCQ was asked. That once again makes 27% of the physics syllabus. That's quite a reasonable percentage that you can consider. Okay, so let's begin with the topic electricity. I consider that you are already well versed with the topics like electric charge, current, potential difference, terminal voltage and all those kind of things. I believe we should just begin with the resistor thing, because after that we'll be having certain topics which will include important questions and will make up the most of the electricity chapter. So let's begin with resistors. What do you mean by resistors actually? Resistors are actually devices. Resistors are the devices which provide resistance in the circuit. Now what do we mean by resistance? From the name itself, you understand resistances are something which provide obstruction. Obstruction to what? We are doing electricity. This is self-explanatory, that resistance or obstruction to the flow of current. We also know that the formula for resistance is R is equals to rho L upon A, where R stands for resistance, rho stands for resistivity, which is constant of course, and L stands for length and A stands for area. Length and area are physical dimensions certainly, and hence we can say that resistance is something that depends on physical dimensions and physical parameters. Keeping the temperature constant, because if the temperature fluctuates, resistivity, which is our constant, that is going to fluctuate. So we cannot say that resistance is going to keep constant. Taking into the account that resistance depends on the physical dimensions, we will looking into effect of stretching of wire on resistance. Effect of stretching of wire on resistance. We not only mean stretching, but from stretching I mean we'll deal with certain changes in physical parameters. Like we may stretch the wire, or we may double the wire, we may increase the length of it by twice, thrice, or whichever number. Also we can double the wire to increase the area and see how the resistance changes. This is very interesting and very simple topic, and a topic of practical application, that's what I can say. So here it is. We'll begin with our simple formula of resistance that is known to almost all. That is R is equals to rho L upon A. So I'm having a wire. I'm having a piece of wire of some length L. I'm having a piece of wire some length L. If I increase the length of it by certain value, say by n times, we are considering it to be n because that n can be twice, thrice or 4 times, or whichever value you want to consider. Let me draw that wire. So this is our wire of resistance R, of length L, and of area A. I hope this is visible. So this is the wire of length L, area A, and resistance R. What if I stretch it by a certain amount, as I did just now? Let's consider the length is increased. The length is increased by a certain amount N. By a certain amount N. So what do you believe? Whether there will be some change in the volume or not? Shall we experience some change in volume? I guess many of you are going to answer no. Why? Because this is just a simple stretching. The similar way as you are using a rubber band. When you stretch a rubber band, you are not adding any material to it, you are not adding any mass to it. So certainly the volume is not going to change. And hence the length will increase. As a result, area is going to decrease. By how much amount? By the amount length is getting increased. Say for example, if I say that length is getting twice, what do we get about area? What information we get about it? That is, area is getting decreased by 2 times. See, that is what is happening here. I took L as n times of L, and area I am taking A upon n. So I get new length that I am marking as L dash equals to n times of L. I am getting A dash is my new area of this stretched wire as A upon N. For the resistance R dash, of course. So this was the formula for the initial resistance. Now I am going to write the formula for the changed resistance. Changed resistance is R dash, which should be equals to rho L dash upon A dash. R dash is the new resistance, L dash is the new length, A dash is the new area. Excuse me. Substituting the values, rho n times of L from this place, L dash is equals to n times of L, that I have already mentioned, upon A dash is A upon N, that too we have mentioned. You take this n to the numerator in the next step and you get R dash is equals to n square times of rho L upon A. Very nice to see this equation, because now we are having rho L upon A, and you know, you're quite familiar with this equation of rho L upon A. This is what? This is our previous R, initial R. Let's substitute it. R dash is equals to n square times of R, and there you are. We are done with proving this formula. Now you can consider this as formula. You can also consider the complete procedure as a method of solving effect of stretching of wire questions. I'll be telling you where you need to use which method. This is a short trick, a short formula. This goes almost everywhere where MCQ questions are asked, or you are sitting in a competitive exam. So this is going to give you a quick answer, and the complete method is going to earn you 2 to 3 marks. Okay, so as we proved the formula for resistance as R dash is equals to n square times of R, now I'll be taking certain numericals and certain concepts about the topic that we did. Okay, so very general kind of numerical that is often asked for MCQ or a part of 3 mark question goes somewhat like this, that you are having a wire of 8 ohm resistance. This is a wire. I believe in sketching almost all the numericals that I solve, so I hope even you practice that. I am having a wire of 8 ohm resistance. This wire is getting stretched 2 times. The length is stretched to 2 times. Mind my words, the length is getting stretched to 2 times. The length is getting stretched to 2 times. So when the length is getting stretched to 2 times, we can just substitute things in the formula and get the answer, this one. And then I'll be doing it with the lengthy method as well, that you're going to practice in your school exams and board. But first let's see this formula. R dash, this is a new resistance that we are going to get, n square. You're going to substitute 2 in place of n square. Why 2? Because I said that the length of the wire is getting twice. So I substitute here 2. Do not forget to square it. This is a common mistake made by children. Multiplied by R. R is what? R is the initial resistance. So I am going to substitute 8 here because that was given in the question. What do you get? You get 4 multiplied by 8, that is equals to 32 ohms. This was simple as this. You can solve this question in a single step. Anyways, this goes for MCQ type questions. Let's watch out how it happens for 2 mark question or 1.5 mark question. As I said, it can come for a part of 3 mark question. So you're going to find out the initial resistance and the final resistance separately. R is equals to rho L upon A. This was the initial one. Now R dash is equals to rho twice of L upon A upon 2. You are good with the formula and you are good with the proof as well. So I'm just skipping a step here. You can directly write this. R dash is equals to rho 2L upon A by 2. This 2 comes in the numerator and you get 4 times of rho L upon A. Once again we get a rho L upon A. I'm very pleased to look at this thing of rho L upon A, as this reminds me of the initial resistance. Okay, as I said that we are going to do a numerical that is very interesting, and as I said that you may observe this to be out of your portion, but this is actually very witty and very quickly solved. This can be solved very quickly. Okay, so the question goes somewhat like this, that we are having a piece of conductor that is cuboidal in shape, as you can see it here, and it's having dimensions of A into B into C, A as length, B as breadth, and C as depth or height. So I ask you to change the resistance, to give me different values of resistance for this situation only. Resistivity, as you say, it's constant. Length, breadth and height I have given you, that cannot be changed. Try this out. Okay, I hope that you'd have paused the video and tried this honestly. Try changing the direction of current. I have mentioned here from green, red and black the direction of current. The same current is flowing chance by chance from upward to downward direction, from left to right and from outward to inwards. For all these 3 cases, you need to find out the value of resistance. I'll tell you how. So R1 is for the first situation that has been marked by this red marker. So R1 is equals to rho L upon A. This is a standard formula. By this you are acquainted. So R1 is equals to rho. What should be taken as L here? The L is the length. Length is always parallel to the flow of current. When you are finding out the value of resistance, mind this, that the value of L, length, is always parallel to the flow of current. Now see and tell me, which part is parallel to the flow of current? This A. This is A and hence this one is A and hence this length is A as well and this is A. Right? So A is the length which goes parallel to the flow of current. I mark here A as length. What is A then? What is area? Area is the one which is being pierced by the current. That is, the area is perpendicular to the flow of current. You are having so many areas here, right? But you need to consider the area which is perpendicular to the flow of current. See here, the area which is perpendicular to the flow of current is this. So what's the value? The value is B. This is B and hence this will be B. This is C and hence this is C. Right? So B into C. You get first resistance for this red current. Let's see the second situation of this green colored line that I have marked as current. These are all current. Okay. So this green colored line that I have marked current is R2 is equals to rho. Now tell me what is A and what is L? What is L here? The length which is parallel. Okay? This is current and this length is particularly parallel to the flow of current. Okay, so this is C and even this will be C and hence the length which is parallel to the flow of current is C. I mark here C divided by area. What is area? Tell me fast. So area is this area. You see here, this is something which is pierced by the flow of current. The area which is perpendicular. So this is B into A. You see the difference? You are having R1 as rho A upon BC in the first case. You are having R2 as rho C upon AB. In the next case, I ask you to find out R3 in the third case, when the current flows from outward to inward this way. Okay, let's recapitulate quickly. So in today's class, we have done what is resistor, what is resistance, R is equals to rho L by A, which is the standard formula. Also we have solved certain numericals like when the length is getting doubled, when the length is getting twice, when the length is getting increased by twice, and then this one. What is this one? Where should I categorize it? This is all about dependence of resistance on the flow of current. Dependence of resistance on the direction of flow of current. Right? This is what it is called. Okay? I hope that helped you. And the next topic of mine will be on the series and parallel combination of resistors. Keep watching. Please like, share and subscribe. You can ask me doubts, tell me your difficulties on comments. Thank you. Thanks a lot.